Yo, what's up? Avian here, and today we're going to be talking about my predictions for this week, college football, and then I'm going to tell you guys my prediction about the spread. I got the spreads on the screen, so without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, the first game we're going to talk about is Ohio State and Penn State. I think this was the most hyped game so far in the Big Ten. And honestly, Penn State fell off a little bit. They lost to Illinois, but I believe that they lost to Illinois because they were looking forward to Ohio State and preparing for them instead. So this game is going to be way different than the Illinois game, and I believe Penn State's going to play a lot better. It's not going to be like it was against Illinois because, again, this is a rivalry game. Ohio State is like starting off with all that scarlet theme in the horseshoe. Kind of like how Penn State does their whiteouts every other year for Ohio State because that's their biggest game of the year and they can never beat Ohio State. But that's kind of like most Big Ten teams, to be honest, unless they like slip up. But yeah, let's get into the spread. As you can see, Vegas has Ohio State by 18.5. Now, I think it's very realistic, but every time Penn State plays Ohio State doesn't seem to blow them out like they used to. So I think that's a little generous, to be honest, even though Ohio State's offense is really good and their defense is improving. Penn State's going to play a lot harder in this game, and I think their offense and defense are also going to step up. And with that being said, I have Ohio State winning this game 38-21 in the horseshoe. So I'm going against the spread. I know maybe some Ohio State fans are going to be mad at me, but I just don't see Ohio State putting up 50 on Penn State. I just don't, and I do think the Nittany Lions are going to come up with a couple good drives and get some points on the board, and I pick Ohio State to win by 17. So yeah, let's get right into the next game. Up next, we got another Big Ten matchup. We got Michigan and Michigan State. Now, the Wolverines are favored by 4 points in this game in East Lansing, but I honestly think it's going to be a very close game. It's going to be very defensive in my eyes because Michigan's offense, they're okay. McNamara is an average quarterback, and he can get stuff done. Like, they can score points. They have a good running core, Hassan Haskins and Corum, but I think Michigan State is going to be able to stop them for the most part and really force McNamara to throw the ball. Now, on the other side, I'm afraid of Michigan State's offense because I don't think that they're going to be able to do anything against Michigan for the majority of this game. I know Kenneth Walker III is really good. Thorne is okay, but they have to make like some very good plays to be able to keep up with Michigan, and I don't know if I see it happening. So with that being said, I do have Michigan beat Michigan State in this game 24-16. Michigan covers the spread, and I just think their defense is going to be good enough to stop Kenneth Walker and Thorne and the receivers for Michigan State. But Michigan State does have a big chance in this game if they can create some misdirection against Michigan because I think that they're a little bit quicker than them. But we'll see. Let's get right to the next game. All right, now we're going to head to the SEC where we got number 9 Ole Miss against number 20 Auburn. Now, they have Auburn favored in this game by 2.5 points, and honestly, I don't know if Auburn's going to be able to win this game. I know that they're playing a lot better. I know Bo Nix is having a better season than he's had in the past, but Ole Miss and Matt Corral, like, their offense is just something different. And going against like a good defense, I know Auburn's defense is okay. They're not really that elite, but I do believe that Lane Kiffin's going to cause some issues for Auburn, and that's where I think this game will come out of reach. Probably late in the fourth quarter, and I think Ole Miss is probably going to score a lot in that fourth quarter, especially I think Auburn's going to be winning this game all the way up to the third quarter just because they're at home, but I think Ole Miss is the better team, and they're going to get it done in the end. And like I said before, I got Ole Miss scoring at least 2 touchdowns in that final quarter, and Auburn maybe scoring like 1 touchdown, and we have Ole Miss winning this game 41-35. Ole Miss beats the spread, and they move on to 7-1. And now let's get into our last game of the week. And for our final game for the week, we have the Georgia Bulldogs, number 1 in the country, against the Florida Gators in the Swamp. Georgia is favored in this game by 14 points, which I do think is appropriate, but I also believe that Florida is a better team than a lot of people give them credit for, especially in the Swamp. Like, they almost beat Alabama. They only lost that game by 2 points. Now, I do think Georgia is a lot better than Alabama, but I also believe that since they're at home, they're going to be able to play a lot better than they have, especially in that last game against LSU and Kentucky, those games that they lost. But this game is going to be interesting. I think Georgia's offense is going to be able to run the ball. Now, throwing the ball down the field, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it as well as they have before, but definitely running the ball, they're going to have a better time. Then on the other side, for Florida, I think they're starting Richardson in this game over Emory Jones, so I think that's going to give them a different dynamic to start this game. But Florida their quarterbacks like to throw interceptions, and that's not a good thing against this Georgia defense. So we're just going to have to see how poised they are and what Dan Mullen comes up with to try and confuse this amazing Georgia defense. At the end of the day, though, Georgia is the better team. They have the better offense. They also have the better defense in my eyes. So I think they win this game 30-17. But I do think Florida does end up beating that spread. So Georgia's not going to win by 14. I'd take Florida just because they're at home in the swamp. And I believe they just play a lot better at home. So that's going to be the end of the video, guys. I'm going to put my predictions record on the screen again. I did in my last video. I'm going to put it in the end of this video too. I know I didn't choose any upsets this week, but I just don't see any of the other teams winning. I think the game that I could be wrong about is the Ole Miss Auburn game. I could see Auburn winning that game. I just highly doubt it because of everything I said before in the video. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.